Welcome back to High Stakes, where we help you elevate your betting strategy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our daily content. Looking for exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join us on Patreon. Links are available in the comments section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. The Ottawa Senators versus St. Louis Blues. The matchup that will absolutely light up your hockey viewing experience. We've got the Senators with their sparkling 19-16-2 record, looking like a team that's finally figured out how to play decent hockey after years of unforgettable mediocrity. Now, they're embarking on their 8th consecutive road game. That's right, folks, 8. But don't worry. After only 4 wins in their last 7 road games, they'll undoubtedly be fired up to keep that streak going. They're cruising into 2025 with a whole lot of momentum, or at least they like to think so. Now St. Louis, a team that's always keeping things interesting with their 18-17-4 record, has been up and down like an emotional roller coaster. But no need to panic, because they're only 3 points out of a wild card spot. Hey, anything can happen in the Western Conference, right? Their offense, which is as potent as a soggy paper towel, is averaging a truly spectacular 2.69 goals per game. And don't even get me started on their defense. Giving up exactly 3.00 goals per game, they're practically inviting teams to score. But don't worry, they're still in the mix for a playoff spot because why not? It's a miracle in the making. For Ottawa, things have been better than expected, and with just over 3 goals scored per game, they've proven they can, at the very least, occasionally hit the back of the net. Of course, their goaltending has been a true masterpiece, combining for a .902 save percentage this season. But hey, that's what happens when you try to do everything with one hand tied behind your back. Still, they've got some real talent up front, with Brady Tkachuk leading the charge with 17 goals and 5 other players having cracked double digits. The Senators are definitely more of a team now. But just remember, if Tkachuk doesn't show up, you might as well start planning for a rebuilding season speech. Now, let's talk about the Blues, who somehow managed to keep things exciting despite having no business being in playoff contention. They've been living the dream with their stellar 7-9-1 home record. And while their offense is about as explosive as a wet firecracker, they've got the sort of defense that just seems to keep giving away goals like it's a giveaway night at the arena. Jordan Kyrou and Robert Thomas are doing their best to put up some decent numbers. But if they're going to make noise in the Western Conference, they'll need way more help from their young talent. As for the game, don't expect fireworks unless you're talking about the fireworks of frustration that come with watching these two teams. Ottawa absolutely annihilated the Blues 8-1 earlier this season. Now, with a deeper, more consistent team, they'll almost certainly walk away with a tight win, because that's just how these things work, right? The Senators will find a way to make it happen, and they'll probably do it while making you question the entire concept of defense in modern hockey. Prediction: Ottawa to win. And when it comes to the total goals, buckle up for a thrilling underride. With both teams allergic to scoring more than a couple of goals, and with the under going 4-0 in their last 4 meetings in St. Louis, it's safe to say this one won't be turning into a shootout. Ottawa's recent games have been trending under the total, and the Blues have been busy allowing fewer than 3 goals per game lately, a true testament to their total inability to score. So keep it simple, embrace the under, and thank me later. Prediction: under 6.5 goals. Now here are some game prop picks to consider for the Ottawa Senators versus St. Louis Blues matchup. Brady Tkachuk, anytime scorer. Brady Tkachuk, the Ottawa Senators' one-man offensive show. With a stunning 17 goals so far this season, the captain has been the team's beacon of hope when it comes to putting pucks in the net. In a game where Ottawa desperately needs a win and has shown signs of a struggling offense, it's safe to say that if the Senators manage to score at all, Tkachuk will be right in the middle of it. His leadership isn't just emotional. He's got the stats to back it up. Let's face it, if Ottawa's offense is going to do anything productive in this game, Tkachuk's going to be at the heart of it. He's the one who can single-handedly carry the offensive load. And with St. Louis's defense not exactly known for locking things down, there's no reason to think Tkachuk won't take advantage of the opportunity. His ability to score in tight situations, combined with the Blues' tendency to let up goals, gives Tkachuk a very strong chance to find the back of the net. Plus, considering Ottawa's offensive struggles, he's going to be the focal point of their attack, with the team relying on him to break the stalemate. So, if you're looking for a solid anytime scorer pick, Tkachuk is your guy. The man knows how to make a difference on the ice, and when it comes to Ottawa's success, he's the one they can count on to show up when it matters. Ottawa Senators to score first. The Ottawa Senators, a team that's been surprisingly good at making a statement right from the start. With a strong ability to establish momentum early, Ottawa has been solid at jumping out to quick leads in games. And let's be honest, they're going to need that early spark against the St. Louis Blues. After all, When your offensive depth is your strongest asset, why not use it to your advantage from the drop of the puck? On the flip side, St. Louis's defense has been about as reliable as a screen door on a submarine. They've been giving up goals left, right, and center, so Ottawa should have plenty of opportunities to pounce early. With Brady Tkachuk leading the charge and a supporting cast of capable scorers, the Senators have the firepower to strike quickly and set the tone of the game. It's not like they need a long warm-up period to get going. The Senators are used to firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Considering that Ottawa's offense has the ability to generate chances quickly, and given the Blues' tendency to allow goals, it seems highly likely that the Senators will find the back of the net first. If Ottawa can capitalize on St. Louis's defensive lapses early on, it will force the Blues to play catch-up, which is not a position they're great at handling. So, expect Ottawa to take an early lead in this one. With a little help from their offensive depth and St. Louis's defensive woes, the Senators should be the first to light the lamp. St. Louis Blues under 2.5 goals. The St. Louis Blues, blessed with the kind of offensive firepower that can only be described as painfully average. Averaging just 2.69 goals per game, they've turned goal scoring into an art of inconsistency. It's like watching a team try to fill a leaky bucket with water. Sure, sometimes they manage to score, but it's usually just a matter of time before they run dry. Against Ottawa's defense, which may not be elite, but at least isn't actively trying to hand the puck to the opposition, the Blues' offensive woes are bound to continue. Let's not forget that the Blues have also been on a mission to be even more underwhelming at home, with a record that only reinforces the notion that scoring isn't their strong suit. Add to that Ottawa's ability to shut things down defensively when they need to, and suddenly the Blues' chances of even hitting the 2-goal mark look bleak at best. St. Louis has had a couple of bursts of offense here and there, but those have been few and far between. Their top scorers, like Jordan Kyrou and Robert Thomas, have been doing their best to carry the load, but without a full team effort, they're simply not putting up the kind of numbers that would put them over 2.5 goals in a game, especially not against Ottawa, who's been more than capable of keeping teams from running up the score. Given the Blues' struggles to generate offense and the fact that Ottawa's defense has shown an ability to limit scoring opportunities, it's safe to say that St. Louis will have a hard time even hitting 2 goals in this one. So, don't hold your breath waiting for a scoring explosion from the Blues. They're likely to fall short of 2.5 goals once again. First period under 1.5 goals. Well, if you're expecting a fast-paced, high-flying first period full of fireworks, you might want to recalibrate your expectations. The Ottawa Senators and St. Louis Blues have a knack for starting games with all the urgency of a Sunday morning coffee run. Slow and steady, but mostly just trying to get by without making any glaring mistakes. Both teams have been more defensively cautious at the start of games, which, let's be honest, is probably for the best given their struggles in the scoring department. When you look at their recent trends, you'll see that low-scoring affairs have become more the rule than the exception. Ottawa, despite being capable of some offensive firepower, has had its fair share of first-period snooze fests, often taking a more measured approach. The Blues, on the other hand, have been about as explosive as a damp sparkler, so expecting them to light up the scoreboard early would be wishful thinking. Considering the fact that both teams have been averaging fewer than 3 goals per game in their recent contests, and the fact that both are known for having offensive limitations, it's highly unlikely that this game will turn into a track meet from the get-go. The first period will probably be more about feeling each other out than making any bold moves. Both teams are more focused on not giving up that early goal than they are on finding the back of the net themselves. So, with a clear trend of slow starts and both teams needing to play smart rather than wild, the first period under 1.5 goals looks like a solid, low-risk bet. Don't expect any early explosions. This one will likely be a defensive chess match, at least for the first 20 minutes. And that's a wrap on today's video, folks. I'm sure you're absolutely on the edge of your seat, eagerly awaiting the next thrilling installment of this channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because clearly you don't want to miss any of our daily videos. I mean, who could live without them? And while you're at it, smash that notification bell, so you can be the first to know when we drop more gems like this. Oh, and if you're looking for some premium picks, because, let's be honest, who isn't? Join our Patreon. It's where the real magic happens. Premium picks, insider info, and possibly even some mildly entertaining banter. So, hit that link, and we'll see you on the inside. Until next time, enjoy the game, make those bets, and remember, you're welcome.